I want to talk about getting prospects on your side quickly. How do you reach out to prospects without getting instant rejection? Like, how do you approach people with the opportunity? So we hear it all the time. Like, if you want to grow, you have to sponsor. Amber's big thing this month is the Pink Challenge, where we're going to try to get as many girls to Pink as possible. Pink status, for those that are following. So it's like, okay, well, how do we do that? Well, the first thing she said to do was to sponsor 5 people. And it's like, okay, how do we do that? So I'm going to tell you something really quickly. If you sponsored somebody and they're not a kidnapper, if you sponsored somebody and they didn't just want the kit, the $99 kit and then to run, and they haven't done anything at all, if they haven't sold or they haven't sponsored, I'm going to tell you why. There's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons that people join and then do nothing when they had all this ambition when they were talking to you. And it's because they didn't know what to say or they didn't know what to do. And it sucks, but it's the truth, and it's why so many people just drop, because they get in, they're excited, and they're like, what do I do? Or what do I say? And it sucks, but that's the truth. So it's like, so what do we say? What do we say when we're actively approaching people about the opportunity? I'm not talking about like planting seeds to sprout over the next few months. I'm talking about how do you quickly speak with people about the opportunity. So, almost everything that I have learned comes from books, you guys. Books and other leaders. I love to look at other leaders on YouTube. I love to read books. And this book specifically is incredible. It is $4.99 on Audible, and it is First Sentences for Network Marketing by Big Al. You need it. You need it. So, if you heard a few of the sentences in the beginning, you may have heard me say this one. Hey, if you have a few minutes, I want to tell you what happened to my friend Amy 2 days ago. Now, this doesn't say anything about opportunity, but it gets your foot in the door. What you want to do is you want to tell stories, because your stories will sell. Your facts just tell. And people aren't interested in the facts. And you want to know a good example of that? People not being interested in the facts? It's like this, you're selling the destination, not the airplane. People don't want to know how, they want to know what. So you want to quickly get in there and tell them what. You don't want to tell them, oh yeah, and then you're going to do this, and you're going to sponsor this many people, and then you're going to sell $125 to qualify, and then 3 people will sell $125 to qualify. You don't. Facts tell, stories sell. Sell the destination, not the plane. People don't care what seat. Some people don't care what seat it is. They don't care what color the interior is. They don't care how many seats are on the plane. They don't care what kind of screws that screw the chairs to the plane. They want to know where they're going. Sell the destination, not the airplane. We don't care if it's a 747, a 737. I don't care if it is a seaplane. People don't care about the plane. They want to know about the destination. So talk about the destination. When you're talking about the destination, tell stories. Tell stories about people you know. For me, I know Amy. Amy and I have been working together for a long time in Younique. Between me, her, and Nikki and Georgia, like all 4 of us, we regularly chat and we work on our goals together. So tell stories about people you know. I could say to somebody, like maybe I have a friend who I think would be good at Younique, but I don't want to be like, hey girl, do you want to hear about my business opportunity? I could tell her, hey, do you have a few minutes? I want to tell you about my friend Amy, or I want to tell you about this huge promotion that I got 2 days ago. Tell stories, because people are interested in the story. Also, when you do that first sentence, like, hey, do you have a quick minute so I can tell you a story? It avoids rejection. People like stories. Not, if you tell them, hey, do you have a few minutes to hear my business opportunity? They're going to say, oh, I have to call my mom, or, oh, I'm on my way out of the house, or I got to go pick up my kids. Because they're not interested. They're not interested. People like stories, though. So, hey, can I tell you a quick story? People love stories. Tell a story. They want to know how it ends. So make sure, you're telling those stories. I'm often asked how I sponsored. I have a team of 16 personally sponsored that has grown 4 levels deep and 61 women wide. So I have a company total of 61 women. I have to tell you that this came from persistence. Like, yes, I approached people about the opportunity, of course, people that I sincerely felt would be great at this. I didn't approach every single person I knew, and I'll get to that. It might be a mistake for me. You want... losing my train of thought here. Mine was over time. People saw me join, they saw my excitement, and nobody commented on my stuff, nobody liked my stuff. It was like, it was a bummer, and I did want to quit, but you can't do that, because you know what happened? 2 months in, somebody, hey, I watched you and I want to join. 3 months in, hey, I was watching you and I think I want to join. 6 months in, hey, I was watching you and I think I want to join. I kid you not. Even last night, I got a message from someone that said, hey, I've been watching you for 10 and a half months. I think I want to join. The seeds are so important, you guys. I'm not good at approaching people quickly. I know that we have these lists where it's like get 100 people and go through and get to every single one of them. Well, I've done that, and it's hard for me, and I'm working on stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing that more, but it is difficult for me. So I've been a long-term person. I see the long-term goals in this, and so I made this a time thing. I told myself I wasn't going to quit for a year and see what happened. Now I'm never going to quit. Because over this year, people have watched and people have joined. And it's amazing. It's amazing how many people will watch you, and then when you don't quit, they'll be like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So planting those seeds is so very important. So how do I plant those seeds over time? When people order from me, I send them thank you cards. I like to send them thank you cards, and a lot of the time, if I feel like they would be great for the opportunity, I like to put it in the card, like, thank you so much for ordering. Hey, if you ever have any questions about the opportunity, I think you would be really great fit for this line. And just simple stuff like that. And you know what? Sometimes they don't even get back to me, but I have had people join because of the thank you cards. It's just little personal touches. Planting the seeds is awesome. So when I was saying it's probably a mistake that I didn't go to every single person I know, last night, the woman that contacted me and said, yeah, I've been watching you and I wanted to join. I've been thinking about her for months, you guys, like 4 or 5 months now. And I didn't approach her because I was afraid. I was afraid that she would think that I was just trying to approach her to recruit her for my own gain. And if you guys are familiar with Younique Comp Plan, you know that we do not get like any sort of bonus for signing anybody. It is purely you're offering the opportunity because you know what it can do for someone. But I didn't bring it to her because I felt like, she was better than me at makeup. She was going to think that I was just somebody coming in to capitalize on her talents. You know what I mean? And I didn't want that at all. And when I told her that, she was very surprised. And so that tells me that, you got to stop fearing, because she said she's been wanting to join for months. So it's like, what if I had talked to her sooner? Who knows? Like, she could have already been joined and been a rock star by now, but she will be joining us shortly, and I'm stoked. So, you got to have the patience. And I know it's so hard when you're sitting at like no sales, or you're not getting parties, or just people aren't listening, and it's hard. So in order to get around it's hard, to get around the whole rejection, to get around people not wanting to listen to your opportunity, you have to pique curiosity. When you're piquing curiosity, use those sentences like, hey, do you have a few minutes? I want to tell you a story. Or this one is one of my favorites. I know you want to spend more time with your kids. How come you haven't found a work from home job? This line is gold, absolute gold. It ties into emotion, that's why, and that is huge. I know I didn't exactly touch on it yet, but you are going to get more results when you show people the positive emotional rewards of your business than just, whatever you're most interested in, because people are interested in different things. You have to find out what they're interested in. And in order to find out what they're interested in, you need to listen to them. You need to get them to talk to you, to ask you questions. So how do you do that? And it's like this simple phrase, you guys, this is such gold. I know you want to blank to feel blank, so why haven't you blanked? I know that you want to feel the joys of being a stay-at-home mom with your precious little babies. So why haven't you started your own business? And this, this starts a question. You're not throwing your opportunity in their face. You're asking them out of concern. Like, you're like, dude, I want you to have those emotional benefits that you want, and I want to know why you haven't done anything about it. And then you can politely explain how your opportunity can benefit them. And that is wonderful because people want that. So it's like, so once I start talking to them, like, what do I tell them about the opportunity? Well, tell the truth. Tell the truth. I always like to start off with how much it costs to join, because that seems to be a big factor. Like, you don't want to tell your whole, spiel if you have a whole spiel, and then at the end they go, oh, I thought it was free to join. Don't do that. Be like, yeah, once you get in there and you start talking about the business opportunity, you can be like, say your friend is like, yeah, I do want to stay home and I haven't found an opportunity because I don't know what to do. And then maybe you can explain mentoring, and you can be like, yeah, well, you do your $99 sign up plus tax and shipping, and then you get added to, our team training pages, and then it goes from there. And so when you ask those questions, like, hey, why haven't you started your own business yet? Like, after getting into the emotional aspect, you're able to build. You're able now to customize what you're going to say to the people that obviously could benefit from your opportunity. Let me see. The last part of this. So the last part of this is your self-image. I want to talk about self-image, you guys. So your self-image, we're going to talk about the welfare recipient versus the millionaire. So we've seen these stories before it happens, you guys. You hear about like somebody who was broke who won the lottery, and then a year later they're broke again, and it's like, how did you blow through all that money? And it's self-image. It's self-image. And this might hurt you guys, but check your self-image. Where are you right now? How much money is in your bank account? How much, what do you have? Because that is your self-image. Are you comfortable right now? Because that's your self-image. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's your self-image. You're creating that for yourself. And I hate to say that, and I know it hurts, but you guys, I've been there too, and I used to have a poor self-image. I used to, get my check and like I would blow it, and then I would be right back to where I was. So self-image is very important. You want to always have this image. Like if you want to get to the top, think like a Black status leader. Believe that you are a Black status leader, and you will work your way to being a Black status leader. If you're always sitting around going, oh, well, it was me, I'm a white status presenter, you're always going to be a white status presenter. You're always going to be a yellow status presenter. If you have this mentality that you'll succeed, you will succeed. And I know that sounds silly, and I know it sounds simple, but it's the truth. You've also maybe heard of millionaires who've lost all their money overnight because of, who knows, stock problems, or you guys, I've obviously never been a millionaire. I don't know what problems cause you to lose millions of dollars, but maybe something happens and you lose all your money. These people oftentimes get back to being a millionaire, and it's self-image. They believe that about themselves, and it's not just a belief. It's when you believe it, you make active decisions in your life, in your thinking, to get there. If you think like a welfare recipient, you're going to act like a welfare recipient, and you're going to have results like a welfare recipient. If you think like a millionaire, you're going to work like a millionaire, you're going to have results like a millionaire, and that's the end of it. So if you are feeling stuck, start thinking like a leader. If you don't know how to think like a leader, pick up a book. If you don't have a book to read, ask me for a book. I'll get you a book. I will recommend you a book. I'll send you a free book. It is doable, and it's all about how you view yourself. So if you view yourself as a leader, you're going to be a leader. So take these sponsoring tools that we talked about today. Take your why haven't you blanked to feel blank by starting your own blank, and run with it. See how many people you can approach about the opportunity, feeling genuine and not fearing the rejection. So have a great day, ladies. If you have questions, you know where to reach me on Facebook. If you are not connected to me on Facebook, you can reach me through our YouTube channel, Beauty with Brit and the Team Aloha Lash Ladies, or you can email me directly at beautywithbritllc@gmail.com. Bye, guys.